Hey everyone, this is Dave from the Adobe Character Animator team, and here's a quick look at some of our favorite character animator projects from the past few months. First off, I want to plug a couple of tutorials from my coworker Dan Ramirez. With everything happening in the world right now and everyone relying heavily on video conferencing, a lot of you have been asking how to join video meetings as live animated characters. Well, Dan put together a couple of great tutorials, one for Windows and one for Mac, walking through exactly how to do this. It's an excellent way to make your meetings a little more fun than usual and stand out from the crowd. Coney Rock is a longtime music video and documentary director who's worked with Kanye West, Lil Jon, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and many more. Recently, he created a gorgeous music video for DJ Active. And you look at it and think, oh wow, that's some really nice After Effects work. But believe it or not, everything here is done in Photoshop, Character Animator, and Premiere Pro. It's so good that I can't fit everything I want to talk about in here right now, but Coney has graciously agreed to do a more in-depth behind-the-scenes look at his work in the coming weeks on this channel, so keep an eye out for that. We've also started featuring some free puppets he's made for us on the official Character Animator examples page. Tuning Out the News is the latest effort from the creators of Our Cartoon President. The idea of a daily animated news show might seem insane, but as they've shown so well with Our Cartoon President, Character Animator allows them to create a colorful cast of characters and react to the news as soon as it happens. It's a fantastic parody of all the talking head news programs that are so popular right now. This should be rolling out regular installments later this year, but they've already posted a few preview episodes where the hosts interact with real-life interviewees like Michael Steele and Adam Schiff, and they're hilarious. I think it's a great, innovative concept, and I'm really excited to see more of this. We Ghosts is an Anglo-Swedish band whose latest music video, Borderline, was made in part with Character Animator. The band is portrayed as beautiful hand-drawn animated characters playing a concert on stage. The thing that really stood out to me in this video is how well they create a sense of depth, with parallax effects, depth of field blurring, handheld camera movements, color blending modes, particles floating around in air, and other techniques that really help it feel a little more dimensional, like a living, breathing world instead of a flat cartoon composition. Great work all around. Radio X is a popular UK-based radio station, and recently our friends at Digital Puppets were hired to animate segments from their podcast, The Kickabout, featuring host Johnny Vaughn. And as usual with Digital Puppets work, it's exceptionally well done. The characters have some great, diverse facial expressions and arm gestures, they switch up the cameras often to keep things visually interesting, and they'll show images of whatever they're talking about in the background. The Kickabout has been posting these 10-minute episodes to their over 1 million Facebook followers and getting some great engagement. This is just another example of finding a second life for audio content from a radio program or podcast in an online video format. And Character Animator's automatic lip sync and triggers means that once you have your characters rigged up, you can create regular episodic content like this quickly. Education Through Animation is an Australian-based company that is releasing a multiplication learning app using Character Animator characters as hosts. Each number has its own unique guide, who often have colorful and memorable ways to help you learn your times tables. The app includes over 3 hours of Character Animator created video segments, with the animals narrating each problem, congratulating you when you're right, and encouraging you to try again when you're wrong. It's a creative and inviting teaching method, helping difficult concepts feel much more approachable. I could easily see the same concept being applied not just to other math fundamentals, but spanning across multiple subjects in the future. Cosmonaut is a character created by the Colorado-based Worker Studio, who we've featured in several of these Spotlight episodes before. And he's a 3D character created in Maya, but rendered out and brought into Character Animator to allow for quicker performance capture facial animation. The arm movements are actually triggered cycle layer animations that they rendered out with all the highlights and shadows and reflections, so it looks like 3D, when in fact it's just switching between a sequence of flat layers. They've got a case study up on Behance that you can go check out to learn more about the process, but it's a great character and really smart merging of 3D and 2D assets to achieve a particular look and create an efficient animation workflow. And finishing off this installment, we've got Aaron Nemo, who's an associate producer at The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, but also does some stand-up comedy and YouTube videos. And lately, he's been featuring Character Animator in a bunch of these. He's got a piece called How to Say Pete Buttigieg, where he's using a MIDI keyboard hooked up to Character Animator to trigger certain elements to appear on the screen, which he's performed both in a pre-recorded video and also during live comedy shows. My personal favorite is his daily remix, which takes podcast voice samples from New York Times reporter Michael Barbaro and splices them together into a pretty hilarious song. The animation and design is deliberately crude and clearly based off of stock Character Animator example characters, but I think it all comes together and achieves its intended effect really well. Alright, that's it for this month. I hope everyone is staying indoors and staying healthy during these difficult times, and hopefully some of the stuff you saw here today inspires you to dig into Character Animator and tell some of your stories. If you do, we'd love to see them. Please use hashtag Character Animator when sharing on social media so we can see what you're up to. And if you ever want to interact with the rest of the community or ask questions when you get stuck, the best place for that is the official Character Animator forums on Adobe's website. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and have fun.